and how we grew apart. But when I moved to New York, I had to grow up. What's up, everybody? I'm Crisean, and you're watching hashtag Verse TV. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a little fun with us.
People often skip bridges, and you include some bridges in your music. And bridges require talent. Your song "Growing Pains" has a nice bridge. Tell us about your growing pains, and also tell us, why you felt like moved to do the third verse at the bridge, because it was super dope.
I think Aaron had mentioned in his notes that he was he loved '90s music, but Whitney Houston, and I am the same way. Mariah Carey is one of my all-time favorite inspirations. So I don't even think that I feel right. Sometimes I purposely don't do it just to switch up my songs, because I do have a couple songs that I don't have any bridges. And I do it on purpose so I won't become monotonous. But I love a good bridge, and I love a good third verse. And on Growing Pains, I did it that way because I just wanted to change it up a little bit. I didn't want to take it all the way home, but I still wanted to make it simplistic, but still make people feel it. And if you can tell, it's heavily inspired by Mariah Carey.
Come on now.
So yeah, and "Growing Pains" is one of my all-time favorite songs. Sometimes I listen to it, and I'm like, damn, did I do this? Like, not to toot my own horn, but did I really make this song and the harmonies that I used? And sometimes I just look back and like, I'm so proud of myself. Even if nothing comes from this, I can say that I'm proud of myself. I did this.
Yes.
And the song is actually about just growing up and you not realizing, because in 2014 I had moved to New York City, and that was the first time I've ever been on my own. And just knowing things that people tell you when you're younger, and you have to experience it for yourself. And sometimes these fables that they try to tell you, they're just not true. And I don't know about y'all, but I grew up like middle class. So my mother was a director of a shelter, and so sometimes you you can kind of get knocked into other people's. At the time, people just give you their own what they think in the world. But when I moved to New York City, I just saw I just had a different experience. I started struggling financially. It was the worst time of my life. And Growing Pains was originally written in, I would say, probably like 2005, off of a friendship.
Okay. So when it comes to growing pains, one of the things you were talking about in regards to that, you were talking about you growing up. Then you said living in New York and struggling. That was sort of the last thing I heard. Can you pick up from there for me?
Okay, so when I said that Growing Pains was originally about a friend of mine and how we grew apart. But when I moved to New York, I had to grow up, and that's the first time I started paying my own bills. I had to work multiple jobs, and Growing Pains took on a deeper meaning. And the fact that these fables that people tell you about working hard and picking yourself up from your own bootstraps, all these things are false in this world, especially living in New York City, where you have so many homeless people and you have so many people working 2 or 3 jobs to maintain small places. You have, in the same vein, these stores like luxury stores, Dior and Chanel and Versace, and all this wealth, and nobody's helping anybody.
Right.
And you realize, like, when people say, "Oh, these people are in that situation because they did something," it's not true. These circumstances, these systems are put in place to put people in certain situations,
Right.
and sometimes you're lucky, and that's the only thing that keeps you from from being in a bed, in your own bed, to being on the street, is luck.
Right.
And so that's why when I revisited Growing Pains for the album, it just took on a deeper meaning that I wanted it to have, and just not listening to what people tell you. You can listen to what people tell you, but when you experience things for yourself, that's when you have to take the reins in your own hands, and you have to become your own person.
Right. Facts. That's facts. Every time I hear you talk, it reminds me a little more. It's just like you sort of have that exact same like battle of action a little more has. I want to get to like it reminds me of her. But where the stage name come from? Why Crisean?
Oh, my real name is Christopher. But Christopher is the most boring name in history. And I swear, and my mother only gave it to me so it looked good in the application. You know, black man in America thing. But growing up, you say Christopher, and it's like five motherfuckers with your name. Like you don't feel special. You don't feel original. And I went through this phase where when I first went to school and I had my first Christopher that I ever met. And the teacher called him Christopher and she wanted to call me Chris. And in the back of my mind, I was always mad because it's like Christopher's my name. Why he got my name? But getting older for the stage name, don't mean to go on a tangent, but wanting to become a musician, I wanted to become like one name divas. Like Usher and Cher and Madonna, and I didn't want to have a last name, so I picked the thing closely to my name, and to not necessarily feel like a stage name, because Crisean to me doesn't feel like a stage name. It feels like my name, and I've had this name ever since I was like 14. So my cousins and my friends call me Crisean. So it actually doesn't feel like a stage name. It actually just feels like my name. I think I'm gonna change it one day.
You been gonna change it to what? You gonna change it to a simple Prince? You gonna take it to the next level like Prince did, huh? You gonna change it?
No, I'm gonna change it to Crisean. That's it.
Oh, you mean on your birth certificate, just to Crisean? Got it.
Exactly.
Okay, got it. Legally changed it. Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, so I just wanted to be a one name diva. That's it.
Got it. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but it sounds really good. It works perfectly for your personality and everything about it, so it works. So tell me this: what's of course you're welcome. So what's the hardest part about being Crisean the artist?
The hardest part is doing all this work by myself. I don't want to do it, but it, like I said, when you don't have like clout, or if you don't have like a name in the business or anything, you just got to do everything yourself, because I can't afford to pay people, and it's just hard to come by like working with people. So you just have to do it. That's the hardest thing about it, doing everything yourselves, reaching out to people. And that's a lot of the times people don't tell you, but the rejection is, it can be so like heavy hearted. Having people tell you no, you never realize, and I'm very ambitious. I will try to get in contact with all kinds of people, whether you do blogs, whether you do online radios, whether you do online magazines, and being ambitious, I don't ever wait for anybody to come to me. Best believe y'all were on my PR list that I was going to hit up until you hit me up. But I'm working on new music, so that's why I'm not trying to be in the trying to reach out to people. But I'm definitely I'm trying to be my own go-getter because I am naturally shy.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be able to tell, but
and Crisean has really opened me up because if I want to be successful and if I want to take this seriously, I have to be open to people. I have to be open to talking to people,
right.
And not just on stage because
Right.
I feel comfortable on stage. I feel like I'm gonna piss and shit myself before I get on stage, but on the stage, I'm comfortable. But I have to be my own go-getter and doing everything by myself, like contacting people, having to do my own photo shoots, having to produce and record my own music. Those are the worst parts about being Crisean.
Gotcha.
You can find me on all platforms. You can find my music everywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Bandcamp, on my website, Crisean.com. If you want to buy my music, that's the best way to buy it because I get way bigger cut on Crisean.com, Crisean.com. All socials, I am Crisean. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.